All right, what's up, guys? We've been away for almost a week. No, E3 was an amazing time. We had a lot of highlights and amazing games that a lot of us wanted to see and play now. So we're going to be talking about each developer, right? Am I right on that one?
We'll go over each presentation and see what we liked, what we didn't like. We'll probably rate which one was the worst, which I think we all know which one that was, and which one we think is the best, which had the best presentation. Which the internet is like arguing about this because nobody can agree on who's the best. You have every fanboy from every platform coming out and saying their 2 cents, and their 2 cents is ridiculous.
So we will give our 2 cents and
Jesus.
our reasons for making something the winner.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it objectively with facts, because that's who we are and that's what we do. Not really, but
No.
but yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You're helping us get to 100 subscribers, which is our next milestone. It's hard to say really fast. So, dang it, Juan, your micage.
Mike,
Yeah,
I'm not even talking.
Where's that Jonathan?
What?
Yeah.
See? Distracted,
Yeah, that's
all
Jonathan.
staticky.
That was the damn freaking maybe the cable. I'm not doing anything.
You sound a lot clearer now.
Yeah.
Right, because I fixed up the cable. This cable's old as heck. I told you.
We'll hold it into your mouth.
Dear God.
All right, so E3, the real E3 show happened the 14th through the 16th, where it was just non-stop streaming from like 9 in the morning to 9 at night. But every big company did presentations before that to let everyone know what everyone was excited for. All the anticipated games, Project Scorpio, all that nonsense. So this video may be a little bit old because everyone's already got their views out there. But like Juan said, we've been away. I was on vacation. We had a lot going on, so we're just getting this video up now. We decided to do it for our weekly podcast.
Amen.
All right, so the first presentation that started off was EA with EA Play, and I don't remember anything about that except for one thing.
Battlefront.
Oh, I remember 2 things. Battlefront.
Oh.
I
And that
forgot Battlefront.
no, I remember that one, but I remember there was another thing I remember, and that was that horribly dressed presenter from that YouTuber. God, it was so cringy. Like
His name is Jesse.
Jesse, he didn't know what he was doing. Like he looked like he had the spotlight just shined on him for the first time in his life, and his outfit was the absolute worst.
wait. Man, you're looking at his outfit, not what happened?
Oh, what happened was what happened, but his outfit, he looked so stupid. Like he looked like he took a time machine straight from the 80s at freaking JCPenney with his Jordache woman's jean coat on. Like it was so bad.
He was trying to be like Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, he looked so horrible. And then he ruined, of course, the only thing that he had to do, which was a horrible game anyway that he was announcing. So
Which game was that? I don't.
Need for
Speed
Burnout.
Oh yeah, I'm not getting that.
All right, so but Battlefront 2. Or what did you think about the EA presentation anyway? What were the good things you liked?
What do you want? Do you want to go first, or what? You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead. I asked you.
I like Battlefront 2. Just overall, everything's gonna be free DLC. I mean, it's gonna have microtransactions, but I don't know how much in depth the microtransactions are gonna be. But they say there's not gonna be a pay to win situation. But let's see what happens with that, because they have to say that.
It's just gonna be like cosmetics stuff. Like if you wanted to have your head be a character from Star Wars or whatever, like useless stuff, I'm sure. And I'm sure not everything. Like you'll probably be able to earn credits to pay for most of that stuff, but.
I mean, I like that the DLC is gonna be free, because that way it doesn't have a broken community of multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like a lot of games nowadays have, like, at least Halo gave you free maps, even though the maps were recyclable crap. No, they kept everybody together.
Well, so, even like, yeah, I know what you're saying, because Battlefield 4 is that way. Even though we all own all the maps for Battlefield 4, they're forced to create playlists with certain maps, and you can't just play all the maps, which sucks in Battlefield 4. I would love to be able to play. Jonathan, fix your mic.
Okay. What did I do now?
It's beeping. Oh, my ear.
It's staticky, like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's good. There's no way that they're going to recant on that. I mean, that was such a big deal that they announced that, especially because Battlefield 1 or Battlefront 1 was so bad. So, yeah, that's really cool. I'm glad that they announced that. I'm going to get that big time. Anything else in EA that you liked?
Well, are we talking about like they presented or EA game?
Well, everything they presented. So I know there was a huge announcement with the big game that we're all excited for. Yeah, Anthem.
Yeah, Anthem looks like the Destiny killer. I don't care if you're gonna have haters comment in sections. It's nothing like Destiny, but you know what? I don't give a damn. It's better than Destiny already.
It has a Destiny feel to it, like the way it started off. Post-apocalyptic or whatever the apocalypse was, but humanity is all bundled up together, and you venture into the wild. It's 4-player co-op, so that's different. And you're in mech suits, so that's different. But it does have a Destiny feel to it.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? Destiny should have waited until E3 to show what they had, and now they're at the bottom of the bucket list.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. But they definitely should have waited because everyone, I mean, Destiny, the reveal was awesome. It got me excited for it. And then when you started digging a little deeper and you looked and saw that Destiny 2 isn't really much different than Destiny 1. It looks just like Destiny 1 with that strike. And then now no news comes out of this week for Destiny. It's like, yeah, that Destiny really got shot to the back of the bus there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm not, bring it on, haters. I don't give a damn. For real. I'm waking up. I know someone in particular is going to go in the comment section and go ballistic.
I don't know. Well, he has no ground to stand on. Destiny 2 is really going to be a bad game. So I know the first news that came out was that it was only going to be 30 frames per second on the Xbox One X, and everyone thought, oh, it's because they're screwing it, they're giving it to Microsoft. It's like, no, it can only run 30 frames per second on the PlayStation Pro as well. And it's like, that tells you, if anything, that this is not a new game. This is some expansion pass that they wanted to hold back. They added a little flair here and there, and they're packaging it as Destiny 2.
Yep.
Garbage.
But all new fancy, flashy moves and gimmicks. But it's all
they removed Blade. They removed Blade Dancer and gave you Spear Dancer.
Basically, yeah. It's gonna be a mess. That game. And I mean, as far as for Xbox One users, you really have to think about if you wanted to get it anyway, because you're going to be withheld half of the content for a year.
For a year.
So you're screwed anyway. But I mean, PlayStation players, that game does not look good at all.
Yeah.
There's like long
does it sound good to you when you hear Destiny 2 expansion pass first DLC comes out in December?
And the game comes out in November.
It comes out in November. No, it comes out in September, right? Doesn't it?
I don't know, one of those, but only a few months before the first expansion.
Before the first expansion? Are you kidding me? So they're already screwing you over on this. Oh my god.
So this was a huge segue. We weren't supposed to talk about Destiny too much because they weren't even recognized at E3. Let's
go back to what was the next one after EA, because Jonathan didn't get a chance to see EA, so he's not really gonna say anything about it.
Well, just to cover real quick, Anthem. Yeah, I mean EA did their standard stuff. It wasn't a bad press conference, but I mean FIFA 18 was announced. They touched a little bit on NBA Live, which I don't even know why they're still trying to make that game. It's been broken since like 1997. So, and then the new Need for Speed game, which was a complete rip off of Burnout. I mean, you had a good point, Juan. We're not going to get another Burnout game. So if you're a really big fan of that, then you might want to look at Need for Speed. Not for me though. It looked really stupid. And then Battlefront 2. The Battlefront 2 gameplay looked amazing. The heroes looked awesome. Everything's free. Battlefront 2 is definitely going to be a buy. So after EA closed, the next day we had Bethesda. I keep wanting to say Bethesda, but Bethesda, which in my opinion, Bethesda had the worst press conference. It was absolutely unnecessary.
they butchered themselves, man. They
They well
they
they just didn't have anything to show.
oh, the only thing
The
they
best
show
thing they've done is
was the only
Wolfenstein
thing
2.
Wolfenstein 2, and I'm actually looking forward to that game. I'm not hyped about it. That's one of those games I'm gonna wait and see because I played part one on the Xbox, and I actually have fun playing. It's only single player campaign. It's about 15 hours long, so it's a good oomph, I would say, of a single player campaign. But they have to do something crazy to get me like, oh man, I gotta get this because it looks awesome, but it looks almost the same as part one.
Yeah, and
Just
I mean, I say that they didn't have anything to offer. They didn't have anything to offer me. Like, I'm not too into single player only games, so I wasn't interested in Wolfenstein. I wasn't interested in the first Wolfenstein game. Metro, which you guys played and liked, they showed Metro, and I mean, I'm not into it. You know, I'm just not into single player games too much anymore.
Yeah, but Metro isn't Bethesda, is it?
no.
Was Metro on
Oh, he
EA or
just-
was Metro's Bethesda?
Metro is it's a different company.
Yeah, but when did they show it? Did they
I
show
think
it
that
during?
was at the
Xbox E3, Microsoft, yeah.
Oh, okay. They showed it on Microsoft. So, well, we're jumping ahead. But so what they showed two games that they said were new IPs. It was Wolfenstein and one other one. I can't remember what it was.
They showed two new IPs.
They said they were showing two new IPs, but and The Evil Within, which looked freaky as dirt. Which, I mean, it looked good, but I don't play those type of games. So
Yeah.
it looked scary as hell, and I don't play that because it's scary as hell.
I'd play
Ain't
that.
none of us here have the nerves to
So-
play that.
Jonathan does.
I'd play it.
Yeah, you go ahead. You can do the live stream for that one. I ain't doing that.
Well, trust me, I'd play it, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it because there's so many games I want to get. I'm not gonna have the time to play that one. We'll get into that later.
But other than those two that they said were new IPs, which they're technically not. They're just sequels. They had Fallout 4 VR and Doom VR, which I'm not. VR seemed like an afterthought this entire E3, and I think it's because VR is kind of going away. It's really cool and the technology is really neat, but I mean, it's just a bunch of the same now.
Yeah.
At least this is what I feel. Like that's what no other company said anything about VR. I mean, PlayStation announced a couple because they have one built for their system, but
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
Oh,
I don't want
okay.
to go into the Sony press conference, the E3 showing, but you can tell they're running out of VR stuff when they make a fishing game out of it. That's ridiculous.
for
That's bad.
Final
That's Final
Fantasy.
Monsters of the Deep of Final Fantasy
Like,
16. What is
that
15?
looks so stupid. That looked like something Nintendo would offer.
That's what. It's just like,
That's how bad it was.
yeah, it's just gimmicky stuff. Like, it's
Like, who
cool.
would want to play that?
Like, VR is cool, but it's just like when you want to play a real game, you don't really go to VR, you know?
Yeah.
So
If you
Doom,
do, you do if you want to go into scary games.
I mean, Doom, you don't even have range, you don't even have motion in Doom. It's point and click, you know, where you want to walk to. It's like, why? And that's with the Oculus, they showed it, but it's like, and I know the Oculus has some weirdo controllers, which is probably why Oculus is getting ready to go bankrupt. But like, why can't you just make it where you can run with a controller or something like that, like the VR games that are on the Samsung phones?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so to me, I think Bethesda was probably the worst press conference. I feel it was absolutely unnecessary. It was like 30 minutes long. I think they could have came in, split it up, and come in during PlayStation's and come in during Xbox's presentation and just said, "Hey, we got this working up," and then just showed what they were doing. And then
Let's not forget
they
they're
also
gonna
have
start
Marvel.
charging for mods.
Oh, that was the other big thing. Yeah. Now we're moving on beyond microtransactions and we're cornering the market on developers who like to make things for games for free.
Yep, mods.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sponsored mods. And I don't know. They're releasing Skyrim like 5 times. And yet they still want to try to find a way to get money out of people because I mean, I don't even know the benefit. What's the benefit of them sponsoring it? Is that they make sure it's not going to be buggy? That some of these mods that people make are absolutely great. Like they're bug free. They look beautiful. Like, what do we need to pay for them now? All of a sudden, it's just another tool that they're gonna get for money out of people.
Well, it's like well, let's talk about this another day. But yeah.
So, all right. So Bethesda. I mean, did you see Bethesda, Jonathan, or no?
Yeah, I saw a little bit. Morrowind was also another thing they showed.
Yeah, another Elder Scrolls
People are
Online
hyped for that.
expansion.
People that love the Elder Scrolls series are definitely going to get a kick out of that one.
Well, because Morrowind was like the original, like
Yeah.
the first time they went into like first and third person and very 3D graphics and everything like that. I have it on PC still.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's excited about going back to Morrowind. We haven't played Elder Scrolls Online in forever. I mean, it was good when we were playing it, but man, if you want to talk about fetch quest overkill.
Yeah, they're just so in depth. It's never ending, but it's a lot of the same stuff. It got repetitive to me. I don't know, but it is a big world. So the only thing that made it exciting was the environment and the places you would explore would make it fun. But it was a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, big time.
Just to give you a heads up, Destiny comes out 9/6 of September, I guess. Yeah.
So September 6th, and then December they're gonna have an expansion.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, just checking up on that.
Not too much gameplay there, it seems like. But all right, let's not get stuck into ripping Destiny. All right, so
what was
then
the next one? Ubisoft was the next one?
No, after Bethesda was
No,
Xbox.
It was Microsoft's, yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft's big presentation. So what we were looking for, we're all Xbox gamers. We all play on Xbox. Swan plays on Nintendo too. But we're dying, like we're a dying breed, because Microsoft can't get their head around the fact that we need to play games on their gaming console. So the biggest thing that we were looking for is exclusive games. We wanted exclusive games, and we wanted a ton of them. Now, whether you're on the side of saying, well, they're just timed exclusives, or they're exclusives, at least they're damn exclusives. So, in your opinion, in your guys' opinion, what do you think Microsoft delivered on that aspect?
I definitely believe they did. I think
I did.
By far from the ones I've seen, I didn't see all the shows, press conferences that you guys saw, but to me, Microsoft was the best. They delivered what I expected and more and beyond, because they delivered a bunch of exclusivities. They went more in detail about the Xbox One X. They said it was renamed Xbox One X and all the capabilities it has. I like that you can now play Xbox One original games.
Yeah.
It's at least we have that option.
Phil Spencer came out and said they were going to show 42 games. 22 of those were Xbox exclusives.
Right.
There's 6 to 8 games that they didn't show because they're indie games that are exclusive to Xbox. That's why on the list that I showed you guys has more exclusives on it. But there's more games, more than 22 games that are coming out. They didn't announce it there. They announced it throughout the week. And they're indie games. But I don't think indie games are that big, but they're still
some of them can be pretty good. Some of them can be pretty good. And let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be fair, okay? Because even though we play on Xbox, let's not stroke the Xbox thing. Let's not stroke the Xbox controller. But not all 22 exclusive games looked cool. Some of them were stupid.
No, that Super Foxtail, whatever, that didn't look appealing to me. It looked
the
more
Lucky Tales. Now, I kind of liked that they're bringing us a fun, dumb arcade game. Yeah, arcade platform. We haven't had that in a while. Okay, so I didn't mind that game, but some of the ones that were like, I'm done.
The guitar one that is a 2D guitar on crack cocaine flying around. What the heck was that?
Like, I'm done with this let's make everything 8-bit because of Minecraft idea. And I'm just like, when you show me an 8-bit side-scrolling, stupid, gimmicky game, like, that's dumb. Like, I didn't want that. Okay, that's what I didn't want from Microsoft, which is what they're all about lately these days, is these retarded-looking indie games. But they did show us some actual exclusive games that we can be excited for.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't mind that Super Lucky Tales. It's just not one of those games that I'd get day one, or that's even compared to the other games I want to get.
Yeah, I mean it's a $30 game, but at least they're going to like, hey, you know, this is a fun, lighthearted game platformer, you know, in the Mario type thing, which Xbox hasn't had. I mean, we used to have games like that all the time. Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day. We haven't had something like that in a while, so it's good that they at least went that route too. The other big thing is that they went and got some actually good developers, Korean developers, to bring over some PC games. And everyone's saying, well, they're not exclusive because they're on PC, obviously. But they're exclusive when you're talking about consoles, okay?
Yeah.
So PlayerUnknown Battleground, which is a huge popular game. It's fun to play. It looks awesome, and it's currently still in development, but it's early access on PC, is making its way to Xbox, which is great because that'll be awesome fun. Hopefully it doesn't run out of steam by the time it comes to console. And then Black Desert Online, which was just released on PC, which is an MMORPG, which looks freaking awesome.
Yeah,
now,
I can't wait for that game.
I want to explain, like I explained to the guys, these are time exclusives, but they are exclusive. And they interviewed Phil Spencer on this, and he said that it's up to PlayStation 4 to pay them to bring it to their system. And if they don't pay them, they're gonna stay on Xbox. And Phil Spencer, you know, he said that they paid a good amount of money to keep them on Xbox as long as they can. So how long it is, I don't really care, but they're still exclusives. You're only gonna be able to play them on the Xbox One.
Well, yeah, so don't even call them time exclusives, because until PlayStation until Sony decides to have them over there, they're exclusive to Xbox. If they haven't done it yet, that doesn't mean that they're time exclusive. It means they're exclusive. So those were two big names dropped. I mean, because both of those games are huge right now. I mean, you go to Twitch, and those two games probably have the most viewers on Twitch. Some of the other ones, what were some of the other? Oh, Ashen. Ashen looked awesome. Like, now I don't mind that type of art because it's different. It looks like it's going to be a very story-driven game, probably cooperative, you know, 2-player.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is. I checked that out. It is a 2-player horror survival game. It's like Dark Souls,
right?
But you gotta actually work as a team. You can't go running up by yourself. You will die.
Yeah, I mean, some of the bosses they showed looked awesome, like huge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were interviewing. One of the interviews that they had with the developers of the game, they said that you have to stick together because the only way you get health is by the other person healing you.
Right.
So they're trying to build that cooperative gameplay where you have to stick together to get health.
Right.
So I think that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, that's one thing I definitely loved about the Microsoft, you know, that they actually are listening to us, and they're actually bringing a lot of cooperative games. It's not just single player games. This was the year for cooperative gaming. Yes, I love that. Like, look at A Way Out. The 2 guys in prison. That looks awesome.
Yeah, that's from EA.
The way you said that, A Way Out, 2 guys in prison.
Looks awesome.
Oh, sounds like it might be something else. Don't drop the soap.
Not my insinuation, no.
Help me pick up my soap.
Escape prison.
Two
guys trying to escape prison.
Pick up the soap cooperatively. Clinch. Yeah, but that game looked really cool. It's a different take on co-op play. I mean, whether you're on the couch together or you're playing online, it still splits the screen so you can see what the other player's doing. I think that's pretty awesome. And then, of course, he had Sea of Thieves, which I mean, Sea of Thieves looked awesome. It looked awesome. Amazing. A little cartoony, but fun at the same time, and it's made by Rare, which is another thing. It shows that Microsoft is learning. Let the developers you own make the games they want to make.
Yeah.
What'd you think about Sea of Thieves one?
Man, I have mixed feelings about that one. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's like
you had mixed feelings.
Like I want to get it. That's one of my top games I want to get from E3. But the thing is, if you don't have a good crew, if you just join a random crew, you're gonna get, like, I think you will have a bad experience.
Yeah, there might be challenges there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if it's just like us 3 and maybe some more people that we know, because I know we have some crazy friends that will probably play with us, and if we role play in that game, we will have a blast. But when you get like
I can already
strangers,
imagine seeing Jesamir in game. I'm gonna go get this treasure, jump in the ocean, and just sink.
yeah, just things like that. I think that's what's gonna sell the game. It's like how many of us are gonna get it?
Yeah,
So
it looked really good to me.
I love the treasure.
Yeah, that's one of those games that I'm gonna wait and see, because they didn't even announce how many people can be on your crew. I know that they said that it's up to 28 to 32 players in the world, and the same server. So it's open servers. They're not ours to have. So that server's gonna be up all the time.
Right. It's a ever online world. So, and from what I've seen, some of the crews have like 8 players on their ship. I just like the idea that everybody kind of has to do something. You have someone like repairing the ship. Other people are on the island looking for the treasure. Like I thought that was really cool. I mean, the graphics in the world look amazing. Like the character graphics look fun and cartoony, but the world graphics, the ocean looks awesome. Like
the water looks amazing.
Yeah.
This is just the rarest. This is the rarest art style signature. It's just cartoony art style, but they keep it. It looks really good.
It looks like it's gonna be a fun game. And then we have, which I mean, every time I do talk about this on Twitter or whatever, I do get some like people like, "What are you talking about?" And I don't know why, because I don't know what game they played. But Crackdown 3 is the other exclusive, which I don't know why a lot of people are excited for that game, because the first 2 were awful. Like they were just such bad games. And now even days after E3, all of this news is coming out about Crackdown, which is going to make it, which just makes it even worse than before E3. Don't tell me it's one of your top games, Juan.
No, it's not. It's nowhere near. Don't worry.
I hate that. Like it's such a bad. Crackdown 1 was so stupid. Crackdown 2, it was just like more of the same. They looked bad when they came out. Like they looked like they were a year behind when they came out. And even this one looks like it's an Xbox 360 game.
Yeah. I mean, I never played the games when they initially came out. I played them late. So by the time I played, they were probably looked like crap. So I can't really honestly say when they came out, you know, probably when it came out was a good game. It was, I don't know if it was the first of its kind. But this one didn't at all catch my attention. The preview I saw, like Matt said, the graphics look horrible to me for a next gen game. To me, it didn't look at all appealing to me. It looked stupid. It was like one of the worst games I saw out of the Microsoft games that they announced.
Right.
That looked good to me.
So
State of Decay.
State of Decay looked interesting.
It looks amazing. I want to get that one.
I want to see a little bit more from it. I mean, it's an arcade game, right? It's not going to be like a $60 retail game, or is it?
I don't know. I know.
I don't know.
I know Part 1 was an arcade game, but it was a huge hit, and that's what fueled this second one. And this one, it might be a legit game. I don't know. I know you can buy State of Decay on disc in GameStop. I don't know for how much, but
yeah. Well,
I think it's going to be a full-fledged game.
I
think it is. I mean, because I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a big open world. It's going to offer a lot of stuff to do. So I don't see why it wouldn't be $60.
Yeah. I mean,
the graphics.
It looks like a true zombie survival game, which is, you know, it's not arcadey, which it's kind of interesting. Like you can build up your defenses. You can grow food, at least from the trailer. That looks really interesting.
That would be you. That would be all. I know that's gonna be your role in our clan. You can be the one experimenting, building. We'll help, but that's your thing. We get Ark. That's all you do.
Yeah, I know. I like doing.
You love doing that. Me and Juan can be one out there. I love that. Me and Juan can go to expeditions whenever we're low on rations and whenever we need stuff. I love how 2 of us can go randomly out in the open world and look for something and not knowing what we're gonna encounter. To me, that's awesome.
So Xbox had a lot of cool things to show us. The biggest surprise, of course, was Project Scorpio. They released the price point and release date, which is going to be this year. Now, there's a lot of things going on as far as tech-wise with the Xbox that have come to light recently. But I mean, I had that thing pegged at $800, and they announced it for $499, which is absolutely, I think, 100% reasonable. I mean, the Xbox One was $399 when it came out, right? So, and if you wanted the terabyte, it was $499.
What are you talking about? The regular, the original when it first came out?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was $4.99 because of the freaking Kinect.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. The PlayStation was $3.99.
Yeah. So that's like people. I've told people about it, and they think that $4.99 is steep. But then again, they don't know what it brings, how the potential, how strong the actual system is.
Well, and nobody really knows what it's going to bring, and we're not going to know that until we actually get our hands on it. But
based on statistics, what they've showed us.
Well, the thing is that a lot of people have taken videos from the E3 conference from Microsoft, and they're saying that it's not rendering at 4K native.
Right.
That's checkerboard. That's what they're saying. But then again, this is what I have to say about that. If that is true, that is 4K checkerboard, whatever you want to call it, blame PlayStation 4.
Well,
it can't run the games, and they did say that there's gonna be patches coming out for those games to make it 4K native.
Right. So I'll put up a clip of what he means by checkerboarding, so you can see what it actually. And this is unfortunately is in the Anthem trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, PlayStation 4 Pro does the same thing with certain games that it says is running at 4K, but it's checkerboarding the pixels. So it's not technically native 4K. And the Review Tech USA, if you guys haven't heard of his channel, go check him out. The guy's like a genius when it comes to technology. But he basically said if you want to run true 4K on a gaming console, you would be charging $1,000 for that console, because just the video card alone to do it on a PC costs $390, and that's a GTX 1090. So if it's not gonna be real 4K, it's not gonna be true 4K. Let's get our heads around that. It's not gonna be true 4K. Oh. Will it look a lot better? Yes. Will it be a lot more powerful? Yes. So these are the things you're going to have to really evaluate whether or not you're going to get it. If you're a casual gamer, why would you buy it? Don't buy it if you're a casual gamer. There's no point in getting the Xbox One X.
That's the same thing when people are saying, why are you going to get a PS4 Pro? But a lot of people did. A lot of people got the PS4 Pro. I don't know how much, but a lot of people were getting it. So the same question will be here is because, like us, we didn't get an Xbox S because we knew better. We're like, no, Scorpio's going to come out. Let's save our money and wait for that.
Right.
But a lot of people went out and got the Xbox S, and now they're complaining that, they think we're made out of money. Well, you're the dumb guy that went to go get it. You should have waited.
Well, I think a lot of people probably bought the Pro and the Xbox One S so they can have 4K video. So they can watch their Blu-rays in 4K and all that nonsense. I mean, I honestly wasn't interested because I don't have a 4K TV. And so just an Xbox One S wouldn't have been an upgrade for me. The Xbox One X, though, will be. Like, it will be a definite upgrade because even on a 1080p TV, they're going to push the limits of what you can see and the graphics and everything like that. It's going to run a lot better. It's smaller. So I'm definitely going to get an Xbox One X because that is that's an upgrade for a system that I paid the same exact price for, when it first released.
Yeah.
I think it's a good price. I think $499 is a good price for what you're getting.
Right.
It's going to be stronger than the PS4. Pro. It's going to run. It's going to load faster. Even a lot of publishers say it loads faster than the PS4. So
it definitely does. Yeah, it's got.
It will. It has
4 times the amount of CPU cores.
Yeah, the thing I hate is like people are like, well, just because it has that doesn't mean it's gonna be stronger. It is, because if that's true, then the Switch is stronger than the PS4. How about that?
And that's the fanboy.
That's
the fanboy.
That's the stupidness of that. Because even I have a Switch, and I don't think it's that strong. And for you to say that it doesn't matter, then you're just an idiot, ignorant.
As strong as what?
No, that people are saying that the Xbox One X is gonna be just as strong as the PS4 Pro, and it's not.
Oh, it's gonna be stronger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's way stronger. They're saying it's the same. It's not.
Even
if I said that's like me saying the Switch is as strong as a PS4 Pro. I mean a PS4 regular. That's not true.
No, not even close. Or an Xbox One. We'll talk about that during Nintendo. But that's just people. That's just people not being that doesn't know anything about technology. Because if you just look at the specs that are in the system, it is already stronger than a PS4 Pro. Like, I understand you love Sony, okay? Great system, great company. They give you what you want, okay? But let's be honest, okay? Their online is inferior to Xbox. Microsoft has them beat in online. Even though my Xbox Live is out 3 months out of the year, Microsoft wins that battle, okay? You still love PlayStation. They're the gamer system. I agree with you. But the Xbox One X is stronger than the PS4 Pro, okay? The only way that the PlayStation will be stronger than Xbox One X is when they release another PlayStation. That's it.
The PlayStation 5.
Right. As of right now, the Xbox One X is the most powerful console, okay? Are we going to have the games? That's yet to be seen. All right, they made some pretty big announcements and promises, but they have to deliver now. Okay, so Xbox surprises in a good way with all of their announcements. And the biggest one to me was being that the Scorpio or the Xbox One X is going to be $499.
Yeah, I thought it was at least $599 minimum.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive. So that's good.
Now we can go back to one of the old podcasts. I said it, $499. You guys thought I was crazy.
Jerk. I'll be honest though, man.
I didn't think they would sell it at a losing cause. Like I think they're gonna lose.
No,
money.
They are.
No, they're not. They're not losing money.
They're not. They said they're not getting any money out of it.
They may say that, but you look. You got to understand how companies work. Okay, they're saying that we're not going to make any income off of this bull crap, because if you weren't making income off of it, Phil Spencer, I'm sorry, you'd be fired by the board of directors, because they don't give a crap that Johnny Two Shoes has a brand new Xbox system in his mom's house. No, they care about the bottom dollar, and if you're not making them bottom dollar, you're going to be out. So they're making money on the system. Okay, they're cutting corners somewhere, probably in that crossfading with the 4K. Okay. But they're making money on the system. Every company makes money on their system. There's no way that because those companies wouldn't be around. It's probably a good example, even though I know they just announced they're coming out with a new console, but Atari. Okay.
Atari.
Right. They made that Atari Jaguar, and they were losing money in the production of that system, and look what happened. It's been 30 years, and now all of a sudden we're hearing from them again. Okay. So,
I want a Dreamcast too. That's what I want.
Heck yeah, mini Dreamcast. That'd be awesome with every game in it. Yeah. All right, so Xbox. Now, when Xbox was over, I was like, okay, it was great. That was awesome. Let's wait and see what Sony has to say. Everyone's so quick to be like, oh my God, Xbox One. It's like, just hold your horses. Let it be over first. All right, then. So the next one we had, I'm gonna cut this podcast into two.
Part one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it
part
into two.
one right there.